Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome to Quick Shot Reviews. I am your host Luke, and there is no Josh on this review because he was asleep for most of this film and he missed out on a lot because we went to go and see, or more appropriately, Josh fell asleep and I saw Thor, Love and Thunder, the 2022 release that was released on the 8th of July in the UK. Went to our usual haunt, the old UCI, Odeon Cinema Deluxe in Derby. Very much recommended. The staff are fantastic. The theatres are always clean. And there's always plenty to watch. So, Thor, Love and Thunder. Do I think this is worth going to see? Well, you're going to have to join us for the main part of the video for that. But in the meantime, please click the like button and subscribe to Quick Shot Reviews. We are growing as a channel massively and it's down to you guys. So join us on social media as well. And whilst you're over on social media, on Instagram and particularly Facebook, check out PB Fitness and Training as well. My personal trainer, my wrestling trainer, Paul Brand, very knowledgeable man and recently qualified as a personal trainer. So that is a plug for that. This video is not sponsored by PB Training and Fitness, but we'll move on to the main part of the video. So, Thor, Love and Thunder. Official description is: Thor enlists the help of Valkyrie, Korg and ex-girlfriend Jane Foster to fight Gorr, the God Butcher, who intends to make the gods extinct. So, that is pretty much the whole lot. It's a 2-hour film. There is a cameo from some well-known superheroes of the past in the Marvel universe, and it obviously stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor, who has perfected the character now with the added bits of humour. Thank you to the former director. I can't even think of his name. I thought of it earlier. I'm going to have to check that up. Chris Hemsworth plays Thor. Natalie Portman is back as Jane Foster. Christian Bale, Batman, is in this film playing Gorr, the God Butcher. Tessa Thompson plays King Valkyrie. Taika Waititi plays the voice of Kong. And Russell Crowe is in this as Zeus. And Jamie Alexander is Sit. And obviously we've got, like I say, the cameos who I won't spoil for this one. Now, I absolutely loved this film. I thought it was fantastic. James Gunn, that's the name of the guy who perfected the Thor character from the Avengers movies. Obviously you can see that kind of dry humour now on Peacemaker with John Cena on Sky. Again, not sponsored, but I'm going to point you over in that direction because Peacemaker is fantastic. Obviously, he's now gone to DC, and then we're getting some really good DC films from James Gunn. But James Gunn is to thank, really, for the progression of the character of Thor, in my opinion. And it is just my opinion. I'm sure other people have different opinions. So why not get in contact with us and give us those opinions? If you've seen Thor, Love and Thunder, let us know. Let us know what you think, what's your ratings and all that kind of stuff. But we're going to go through a few bits, the setup, is really good as well. It makes you it gives you a surprising amount of feelings for the antagonist in this one. And then you've got the Jane Foster Thor storyline, continuing from the first one and the second one, where there's underlying storylines with that, as well as the main overarching storyline. Makes you feel a lot of emotions, and then add in the Guns N' Roses soundtrack. Now, I've mentioned Paul Brand Fitness already, but I've already said to him, go and watch this film. You'll absolutely love it. He's a huge Guns N' Roses fan. So, and just a rock fan in general. So, yeah, acting, brilliant, cameos, fantastic. The storyline is quite long-winded, but it gets to where you want it to be. There's that dry humour being used in this one as well. Like I say, again, created from the humble writings of James Gunn. And it is directed by Taika Waititi, who plays the voice of the voice of Kong, who is the animated sidekick of Thor. Now, I will admit something here. I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, but from what I've read, that doesn't really make a lot of difference. But I would like to see where Kong came from, and I can only think that might have been the case. But yeah, it's brilliant. I absolutely loved it. The soundtrack, like I say, was fantastic. The visuals were great as well. Ties in quite well with other universes that Marvel and Disney are trying to create as well. And really, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a comic book movie fan, this one is definitely for you, and you're going to go in and you're going to love it. Now, I haven't thought a lot of Marvel movies very recently, but this one, for me, puts them back on the map. And it's just a load of fun. It will make you laugh. It will make you feel genuine feelings for most of the characters involved. There's even two goats that are very much a massive part of the storyline. And it's great. It really is fun. And that's what it is. It's a popcorn movie. And yeah, absolutely. My suggestion is to go and watch this. Chris Hemsworth is absolutely epic in this one. And note to self, Chris Hemsworth, or Thor, never skips leg day, but then he can lift massive rocks above his head. So, do I recommend going to see this movie? Absolutely. If you have gone to see this movie, let us know. If you're thinking about not going to see it, I, again, strongly suggest that you form your own opinion by supporting the cinemas and keeping films on the big screen, because with all of the streaming services that we've got now, there is a real danger of cinemas going out of fashion, and there's no better way for me to watch a film than at the cinema. And you can get cinema cards now that are, paid yearly, paid monthly, and it's affordable. So why not? If you love film, get yourself to the cinema. On that note, thank you very much for listening and or watching, because we're now doing this on the podcast, the Talk is Cheap podcast as well. And yeah, it's just been really fun to watch this film. We're obviously going to go and watch another film. We've got Black Phone lined up, been represented as one of the best films that Blumhouse has come out with. If you can hear that in the background, that's the geese, making their voices heard. Yes, I'm doing this recording in the back garden, so that's quite nice. Anyway, Join us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Go and check out PB Fitness and Training. And if you want to come down and join us for some wrestling, there is some of that as well. Next Saturday for Heatwave in Derby. Check out the Aspire Community and Wrestling Alliance on all social media. You have been the Cheap Shot Nation, and I've been your host, Luke. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Goodbye.
Hiya.